Hi, and welcome on to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. The middle of August now. Come on, this window is going to be closing soon. Business has got to get done. First of all, before I get into the transfers, got to say a big respect going out to Nacho Monreal, who retired yesterday from football. He put an announcement out to say that, listen, my knees can't take it anymore, he said. I really like Nacho Monreal. Bought in, what year was it, 2013? Yeah, 2013 he was bought in. 6.5 years at Arsenal. He had 251 appearances. And for me was a really, really good servant to Arsenal Football Club. Never a sort of standout player, but just your sort of player that just like, you know, every game you're getting 100% from him. And yeah, he was a good player for Arsenal. A good player for Arsenal and generally a really, really nice person. And you could see that reflected on the pitch. You could see some of his teammates, ex-teammates, should I say, bigging him up yesterday. I noted one that Jack Wilshere said that, listen, you know, not just a great footballer, but a very, very nice guy. And that was always reflected through as well. So, Nacho Monreal, listen, have yourself a good retirement. You never realise how quickly a football career is over, isn't it? 36, and that's it. It's over. Done. He was in the game for 16 years, he said. So you've got to make the most of that career. Now, talking of making the most of it, Pepe, Nicola Pepe, hasn't really made the most of his time at Arsenal since we bought him from Lille in 2019 for a record-breaking £72 million. To this day, we haven't spent that amount of money on a player. And it hasn't really worked out for him. He's had moments, hasn't he? He's that player. He has moments where you think, yes. And then after that, he's just, I don't know, he's a real enigma, this guy. But Foot Mercato are reporting today and also yesterday that he's on the verge of a loan move back to France to join Nice. Now, it's said that his agents have been spotted over in Nice trying to get the deal done. We can see that so far this season, he's been an unused substitute in both of the games that Arsenal have played. There's been no secret at all that Arsenal have been looking for a winger. Listen, at the start of the transfer window, we were after Rafinha heavily. So I think he would have seen that the writing's been on the wall for quite a long time. And it's been long suspected that, you know, he could move before the end of this transfer window. And now it looks like exactly that is happening. So heavily linked with a move to Nice. Arsenal said to be okay with him going out on this loan move to Nice. He's said to be, you know, really interested in the loan move to Nice, and this could happen. We just have to wait and see how it all pans out. Nice, of course, have already taken a couple of players from the Premier League. They've taken an ex-Arsenal player in Aaron Ramsey, who scored in his debut for them, so he's already over there. And, of course, they signed Kasper Schmeichel as well. And the owner of Nice is English, Jim Ratcliffe of the Ineos Group, so they know all about the Premier League, so this definitely could happen. It'd be a good loan move for him as well, because Nice are a big club over there in Liga and a very ambitious club. Got a lovely stadium, been to it. Yeah, let's see how this one works out. But it looks like Nicola Pepe will be moving out. And if Pepe goes, surely but surely that means that Arsenal are going to be bringing in another sort of winger, whether it be right winger, left winger, but they're going to be bringing in somebody, because basically if Saka gets injured, there's no other natural player. I know that Fabio Vieira said that that he can sort of play out in those roles as well. I'm on about a proper winger, you know what I mean, that can take it out wide, come inside, go outside, that sort of player can hug that touchline. You know, we know that Reece Nelson's going to be out injured for the next couple of months, so it won't be him. So who are Arsenal going to bring in? Now, we know that we've been very heavily linked with Yeremy Pino. This one's rumours now has been going on for well over a week. We still remained heavily linked with him today, but there are a couple of other clubs now seemingly diving in on this as well. Chelsea are very, very interested in signing Yeremy Pino and said to be keeping tabs on the whole situation, and also Manchester United as well as some other clubs across Europe. But those two are interesting. I mean, why would he want to go to Manchester United? But listen, if Arsenal are to move on Yeremy Pino, they're going to have to move soon. And again, this could end up being one of those bidding wars like what we saw with the Lisandro Martinez and Rafinha deals, where Arsenal will just literally, listen, we're not getting into that. And the noises coming out of Arsenal are that they're not going to get themselves entangled into big, sort of bidding wars where they end up spending excess amount of money on players. They're just not going to do it now with their last couple of signings that they're looking at making. Or what about this one? This was a bit of a shock to the system. Hudson-Odoi, Callum Hudson-Odoi of Chelsea. Now, this rumour's out there. I saw it in Court Offside via Chelsea Spot podcast. They claim that Arsenal are very interested in Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now, the 21-year-old right winger, who would be perfect if he came in, as a player to push Saka, is looking to leave Chelsea this summer. He's already been heavily linked with a move to Newcastle. He's been linked with a move to Aston Villa, and although Chelsea have been saying to him, listen, we want to keep you. Remember, he nearly moved away to Borussia Dortmund as well. And that's another club that's interested in him. They just haven't been playing him. And in the first couple of games, again, unused substitute. He's just sitting there on the bench and he's just saying to himself, I want to play football. As I said, he could have moved to Dortmund a couple of seasons ago, was on the verge of that, and then he ended up signing a new deal with Chelsea. But he's just simply not getting any game time. And this Chelsea Spot podcast and also via Court Offside are linking him with a move to Arsenal. Arsenal said to be monitoring the situation and interested in him. Now, I just can't see Chelsea, and listen, they don't want to sell him. Apparently, they only want to loan him. That's what they're saying. I think he would like to go on a permanent move, but Chelsea is saying they only want to loan him. I can't see Chelsea loaning Callum Hudson-Odoi to Arsenal to strengthen him. I just can't see it. And then also on top of that, when I think about it, would he want to come to Arsenal? You're not starting every game at Arsenal. Sorry. Saka's going to be starting and you're going to be the guy there to push him, which is a similar sort of position to what he's in at Chelsea. So surely he'd be looking at it and saying to himself, why would I want to go to Arsenal? I'm going to be on the bench again for the majority of the time. So interesting to see how it's going to pan out. I know these rumours are out there linking him with Arsenal, but I just can't see it. Probably Newcastle or Villa will be one of the clubs where he ends up. I just can't see the Arsenal thing, but it's a rumour, and that's what we report on these shows. This is another rumour. Rob Holding getting linked with a move away from Arsenal to Aston Villa. Now, of course, Aston Villa, big money signing during the summer of Diego Carlos from Sevilla, but he picked up a really nasty injury on Saturday, ruptured his Achilles tendon, and he's facing around about 6 months out. And listen, hope he gets well soon. That's a really horrible injury to get. He's going to be out for at least 6 months. And now Aston Villa are searching around trying to find a replacement for him at centre-back and are interested in signing Rob Holding, according to some of the rumours coming out of Villa. Now, we know that they've already bought in Callum Chambers. They bought Callum Chambers in, of course, in January. Could they make a move for Rob Holding? And again, would Arsenal sell Rob Holding? At the moment, we've got 3 centre-backs, effectively. 4 centre-backs, effectively, should I say. But if we lost Rob Holding, we'd only have 3. That wouldn't be enough, surely. Rob Holding, even though he's not a starter at the team, I think he's quite an important player because Mikel Arteta knows that, he's got him as backup if anything happens to, Saliba, if anything happens to Ben White, Gabriel, Rob Holding can come in. And you need 4 centre-backs in this league. But going to be interesting. Villa, after signing a centre-back, looking at Rob Holding, I don't know, maybe if they came with a big amount of money, would Arsenal be tempted to let him go? Because there is a Tomiyasu who can also play as a centre-back as well. He's done that before in Italy in the league. Or will Mikel Arteta look on it and say, no, he's too much of an important squad player? Interesting to see how that one pans out. But Villa said to be interested in Rob Holding. I want to ask you guys, would you keep or sell Rob Holding? You know, he's always on the fringes. He's not really a main guy. Keep or sell him. If we got, if they put in a good amount of money for him, should we cash in on him? I would love to hear from you guys. And Ainsley Maitland-Niles, spoke about him yesterday, said to have been received several offers from clubs over there in Germany for his services. Arsenal and the player himself said to be considering these deals. Again, another player that I feel will definitely leave this window. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Arsenal looking to get something for him, but I definitely think he's going to be on his move this transfer window. So let's see how that one works out. But Ainsley Maitland-Niles receiving several bids or several inquiries from clubs over there in the Bundesliga. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to check out all of our content here on AFTV and to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow morning with another Transfer Daily.